What up, adventurers? Welcome to another episode where I am painting a miniature from Aliens, Another Glorious Day in the Marine Corps. I am nearly complete with this. Nearly. I'm so close. We will be playing the game real soon on the channel, but I want to make sure I got everything painted. So today, get comfortable, get yourself a cup of tea, and come join me as we paint Master Sergeant Al Apone of the Colonial Marines.
All right, sweethearts. What are you waiting for? Breakfast in bed?
That line instantly sets the tone for one of the most memorable characters in James Cameron's Aliens, Master Sergeant Al Apone. Today, while I bring him to life on this little model, let's take a closer look at the man behind the cigar, who he was, why he stood out among the Colonial Marines, and why his short time on the screen has left such a lasting impression. Now, to be clear, this is a quick and dirty video, meaning I use speed paints. I will prime the model, I will dry brush the model, and then I will use speed paints. I am not entering any competition with this model. I just want it painted so that when it's 3 foot away on the game board, I feel more immersed in my game. Not saying I won't go back at a later date and clean up stuff, but for now, he is going to be purely board game ready. Nothing else. This is a quick and dirty video. You want prime, beautiful models? You got to go looking somewhere else. I love you. I appreciate you stopping by. Drop me a like, drop me a comment, whatever it is. But there's better people out there. I want to inspire you to just get paint on models and start playing more games. So, the early life and service of Apone. Born in Detroit in 2137, Alexander Al Apone. I'm going to keep saying Capone. Alexander Al Apone doesn't come with a detailed backstory in the films. Luckily, the expanded lore fills in the gaps, painting him as a career soldier who rose through the ranks of the United States Colonial Marine Corps. By the time we meet him, he's a master sergeant, the serious kind of hardened veteran that every unit looks for strength and direction. Apone is the archetype of the Marine lifer. He lives the Corps. His legendary opening speech, which I attempted earlier on in this video, about every meal being a banquet and every paycheck a fortune, shows his unshakable pride. But it also tells us something deeper. This is a man who believes in discipline, brotherhood, and service. He's not just spitting the cliches for the film, he believes in them. Although technically he's second in command of the unit under the seriously inexperienced Lieutenant Gorman, Apone is the real leader of the squad. His men truly respect him, even when they joke around or push back. Take his relationship with Private Hudson. Hudson is sarcastic, cynical, and constantly whining, and probably me if I was in this movie. Apone, he shuts Hudson down time and time again, but only when he truly crosses the line. But he's also able to have a joke with him, and even plays along sometimes, showing a lighter side to this character. It's this balance, the strict but approachable character, that makes Apone such a strong NCO. He commands the respect without needing to scream for it. He also shows another trait, loyalty to the chain of command, which, sadly in the movie, is truly a hindrance. When Gorman gives the disastrous order to confiscate ammo inside the Hive, Apone clearly disagrees, but even though he knows it will put his Marines at risk, he follows through anyway. That tension between protecting his men and respecting the system really adds to the realism of the character. On the LV-426, also known as Archon, or Hadley's Hope, Apone is the steady anchor during the chaos. From gearing up the squad in the dropship to leading the sweep through the colony, he carries confidence, waving a cigar in his mouth, rifle ready for any danger that may pop out. The moment they go inside the Hive, things really shift a gear. Up to this point, the Marines were confident they felt invincible, armed to the teeth, armoured up, and overly cocky. But when the colonists are found cocooned and the chestburster erupts in front of them, reality truly sets in, and Apone reacts fast. He tortures the creature without hesitation. But this is the trigger for the squad getting ambushed. In this chaos, Apone is dragged away by a xenomorph. Not killed outright on screen, so we have to assume he is cocooned, likely to become a host for a later chestburster. The cruel irony of this arc is that the Marine who kept everyone steady is suddenly gone, and without him the squad's discipline truly collapses. So why does Apone resonate so much, despite limited screen time? Part of it is the writing, but a huge part is Al Matthews' performance. Matthews himself was a Marine, the first black Marine to be promoted to sergeant in the field during the Vietnam War, which, wow, that's impressive. This background and his authenticity to the Marines bleeds into the role. He doesn't feel like an actor pretending to be a sergeant. He is the real thing. Apone is also unique because he embodies both toughness and humour. He's strict, but he's fun. He's a soldier, but at the heart of it, he's human. He makes Ripley feel welcome, unlike most of the others. And even in a dark, tense film, he got that grin and ever-present cigar, a small symbol of control in a chaotic universe, and such an iconic look. I am disappointed the model did not have a cigar sticking out of his mouth. And you can't overlook his cultural impact. Apone was one of the first black characters in a sci-fi cinema who wasn't a stereotype sidekick or a disposable extra. He was a respected, competent, and central to the team. That mattered then, and it still matters now, more than anything. Visually, he's so iconic, with his pulse rifle slung over his shoulder, his helmet lamp cutting through the dark, scanner in hand, always the cigar. And even when in cryo sleep, if I can get my words out, he keeps a cigar nearby, a little detail that tells us so much about his personality in just a second of screen time. So, in the end, Apone doesn't survive LV-426. His death technically isn't shown, but we have to assume it's only bad news for him. And this makes it worse for me. That last iconic image of him being dragged away into the Hive, flamethrower in hand, still fighting to the very end. But we can only assume it ends for the worst for him. But his presence lingers on. Without him, the Marines crumble. With him, they felt like a unit. That's the mark of a great character. Not how long they were on screen, but how much of a shadow they cast afterwards. Master Sergeant Al Apone may have only been in a handful of scenes, but thanks to James Cameron's writing, Al Matthews' performance, and just the pure character charisma, he remains one of the most unforgettable Colonial Marines when you think of the characters. So, as this painting comes together, it's more than just a portrait of a soldier. It's a tribute to the character and the actor who made Aliens more than just any sci-fi action film. And I truly wish I could do a better job at this paint job. But to be honest, I only have speed paints in my collection right now and a very limited selection of other paints. So I'm working on a tight paint range right now. I wish I could do more. One day I will. But for now, enjoy the glamour shots of Master Sergeant Al Apone from Gale Force 9's Another Glorious Day in the Marine Corps. If you wish to drop me a comment, a like, anything, I will truly appreciate it. It means the world to me when I get a little comment. Might not seem a lot to the rest of you, but when somebody reaches out and wants to have a little chat, I adore it. I truly do. And also, if you feel really generous and want to buy me a nice hot cup of coffee or a hot chocolate, it's getting chilly in Canada now, feel free to hit the button below. That's the coffee club. You can sign up for 1 month. You can sign up for many months. Your choice. There's all the details down below. And I will catch you in another video again real soon. As always, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching. I love ya. See you later. Hey, thank you for watching this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and then go watch this one. This one up here. Give it a click. Bye-bye.